And this time, it's in the hands of a master glassblower. I know, probably not likely his normal raw product, but let's run with it. He applies intense heat to it and forms it into a beautiful one-of-a-kind decor item, a deep aqua blue. Any evidence of the glass is long gone. Does he love it? No, but he was trying a new technique and wanted to see what was possible for the simple blue glass. Taking the newly crafted decor item, he fires it again, and this time he creates a shape similar to the original glass, but softer, with more intense color. I don't know how he did it, but he's the master of the fire. A glass. But this time the glass is stunning. Those watching are in awe. You're listening to the Unshackle Your Life podcast with Debbie Colburn, and each week we talk all things money, business, personal growth, and we dive deep, exploring the hundreds of things that shackle us unconsciously from our own true potential. And you'll discover tips and tactics to start unlocking your shackles and release an extraordinary life. Thanks for spending time with me today, and let's dive right in. Guys, I'm super excited to be back here again each week. We've got some exciting stuff coming up for you starting on the 23rd of September. You are not going to want to miss this. Are you ready? Really ready for this? Ready to hit restart? Yep. All things money, business, careers, life, and cracking open the hidden crap that's holding each of us back, like shame and anxiety, sabotages and drama that we create, and that funk, that feeling in the pit of our stomach that we're stuck, overwhelmed, and simply can't get out of our own damn way. Yep, you got it. We are going to get uncomfortable, and I'll be with you all the way as we navigate our way to create your breakthroughs. What's going on in your life right now? Maybe you're in survival mode, just barely getting by, living day to day, paycheck to paycheck, even if you're making good money. I know, crazy, right? Maybe you're in a job or a career, or you have a business that is leaving you on empty, depleted, uninspired. Or maybe you just can't figure out the right thing to do, or any stage in between those. Maybe it's your relationships that are fracturing, and you can't figure out what's happening or why. If you're a brand new listener or one of our longtime fans, we are excited to have you here for a conversation about jumpstarting your life, breaking free of your shackles, and creating the life that you really want. So grab a drink, find that quiet spot, and pop your earbuds in. Welcome to episode number 77. Do you know the fundamental difference between trying to fix something and trying to figure something out? It is so subtle. So let me help you out. Thinking something or someone needs fixing implies it is broken, busted, damaged. Following to choose a path to figure something out or someone out is in the pursuit of improving it, making it better, enhance it, upgrade it. Check the shelves at Indigo, Barnes & Noble, or Amazon online. From the get-go, the category is called self-help. Really. Shelves are littered with titles screaming that something is wrong with you. Titles like, Unfuck Yourself, Calm the Fuck Down, Let That Shit Go. Sorry for the exclamations, but those are the actual titles. I just can't do the star in between. 12 rules for life. Like, really? Only 12? Do a Google search that starts with, how do I fix my, insert whatever you want. Or just leave it like that, and you will find how to fix my credit score, my relationship, my posture, my sleep schedule, everything and anything. Do a search on Amazon that starts with, how do I fix my... Again, leave it like that if you want, and you'll find it says credit rating, marriage, myself, my life, my brain. Yeah, enough people actually thought that there was something wrong with their brain that they needed fixing, that they needed to do a Google search. There is a whole industry out there, the $11.6 billion self-improvement industry, that is intricately connected to one of those two tenets, either broken or a work in progress, in search of becoming the best possible. In fact, forever in history, this way back starting in the late 1800s, even the category name has changed numerous times over the past decades to embrace or to capitalize on this fundamental difference. Self-improvement, personal development, self-help are just three of the things that this genre has been called. And if you don't approach it with the right mindset, and all of us are guilty of it at some point in time. Guys, I'm not preaching here. I've done it too. What you're going to hear me talk about. I know mindset. The buzzword for the start of this decade. It's been there for the last two or so years. It's only getting better. If you don't approach this thing with the intent to improve something or help someone improve, and hopefully that someone is you, then it's highly likely that you're going to get sucked into that vortex that becomes an addiction to self-help. You know what I'm talking about. You know you're there in that vortex, the vortex I call the fix. If you didn't find the answer you were looking for, and you didn't do the exercises in the book, and the concept of curiosity never even enters your mind. You're just looking for a fix to figure out why it's broken. That's great if you're on YouTube and you're looking for a way to fix your plumbing under your sink, or you're looking for a way to do something on your car, or do something, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's that simple. Let me just read that sentence to you again, because I kind of got off on a little bit of a tangent. You know that you are there in that vortex, the vortex I call the fix. If you didn't find the answer to solve your problems that you were looking for, and you didn't do the exercises in the book. And those exercises, guys, they're sometimes hidden in the narrative of the book. And the concept of curiosity, being curious, never even enters your mind. It's just that simple. Think of a glass. Now drop it on the floor. What happens? It breaks, right? It's broken. You know what it looked like before when it was unbroken? So you have a visual picture of how all the pieces go together to make it a glass again, right? You with me? Not that you would, because all the little pieces are now shattered, and for sure there are some of those elusive ones that, it's happened to me, happens to everybody, that flew underneath the fridge or under wherever it dropped, and that you, no matter how much you clean up, that you are never going to find until you move, or you change your appliances, or do something like that. Now I want you to think of that glass again. It's pale blue. And this time it's in the hands of a master glass blower. I know not his likely raw product, but we're going to run with it. He applies immense heat to it and forms it into a beautiful one-of-a-kind decor item, a deep aqua blue. Any evidence of that original glass is long gone. Does he love it? No. But he was trying a new technique and wanted to see what was possible for the simple blue glass. Taking the newly crafted decor item, he fires it again, and this time he creates a shape similar to the original glass, but softer, with more intense color. I don't know how he did that, but because he's the master of the fire. A glass. But this time, the glass is stunning. Those watching are in awe. He has improved the simple plain glass in the pursuit of improving his skills, his knowledge, and his experience. He totally broke that glass, right? But it wasn't broken. That's the fundamental difference between fix and improve. In a fix, there's a picture that you are trying to get back to, a comfort point. It's the route that simply replicates exactly what you did to get there the first time without making any changes. Consider this. Your bank account keeps dropping down, bank account balance, it keeps dropping down and it keeps bottoming out at, let's pick $2,000 just before your next money comes in. Because you keep doing the same stuff over and over, and maybe it even goes as low as $500 or zero or some overdraft limit. But it's that drops to that same number, exactly, almost to the penny, month after month, year after year. And guys, don't get hung up on the numbers. This could be $10,000. It could be $18,000. It could be $100,000. It's the concept of what I'm trying to teach you. You're trying to fix it, not improve it. Because as those things are happening, you're doing all sorts of different things. You're trying to find a fix. And we're talking about the bank balance and its consistency. But that's never going to change over the long haul if you consider it to be broken, looking for a fix. There's another example. Your credit card keeps maxing out. Well, someone's helping it, right? You pay it all off and it's rinse and repeat. Like it just keeps hitting that cap, and then no matter how many times you do that through a month or stuff like that, and it's the same thing. You can't change the end result by simply trying to fix it. Think about these questions. What would improving your credit card usage look like? What changes would you have to make to improve your bank balance bottom line? That bottom number. What steps might you have to take that you aren't right now, that you've never done before, consistently? Here's another scenario. Your marriage or your relationship. Have you ever asked yourself, how do I fix this? Don't lie to me. I know you have, because I did too. Maybe after another argument. Maybe when your partner spent money on something that you don't agree with. Why would you want to try to fix it? Go back to some point in the past. Wouldn't you rather have an even better relationship? More love, more open conversations, more time alone with that person without the shroud of life hanging over every word, like having to pick your words, like you're walking on glass? Maybe even more synchronicity on the finances side? Well, if you've listened this far, then I already know that you are not a happy fixer. In growth, there are an infinite number of points that reflect a minuscule percentage of improvement from the last point. And yes, there are also points that when something was actually a step backwards. That's called progress. I call those steps and that whole process the 1% choice. It's how I built the best pieces of my dog training, and the business side that went along with that, with my sports car racing, with my climbing, with my finances, my weight, my writing. Literally everything in my life is based on making 1% better choices. Because I recognize now, this was not always the way, believe me guys, that I am not broken. I have never been broken. I just want to be better in as many areas of my life as I can be. I want to be more successful in all of the different areas. I'm totally happy with myself and with everything in my life right now. That's not what I'm searching for. My mom called me out in the backyard a number of years ago, and she said, it was actually pretty insulting. She said, Are you going to be just like such and such of her friend who's always trying to fix herself? And I said to her, I'm not trying to fix myself. I'm not broken. I'm trying to be better at all different things. I'm curious. I want to see what's possible for me. And that's my whole thing with you guys. I want you guys to see what's possible for you. Start exploring that. So back to the 1% choice. I'm kind of rambling a little bit today. And that 1% choice, that's as applicable to you, to changes that you make or things you try with yourself, as it is as a person, as it is to the material thing, to a product you might create, a service you might offer, an offer of something, an experience. In growth, the path is always unknown. Sometimes the steps are tiny, and sometimes they are massive. Sometimes you can see a couple ahead, and other times all you can see is the next step. And even then, that next step might simply be a leap of faith. Like that door in the movie Beetlejuice that opens out into the sand dunes with the giant sandworms. That next step, it's a trust your gut moment. Lean into your sixth sense. Harness your women's intuition. Yeah, men, you have that too. Listen to your inner gazoo. Yabba dabba doo. Coming up on the 23rd of September, we are going to be releasing the first of a 3-part live and virtual interview series with 3 people, successful professionals that single-handedly blew up their own lives and are now bounce-back business owners. Each of them could have seen themselves as broken, as needing fixing, but they chose to see the door that opened for them, the opportunity to improve and to grow themselves and those around them far beyond the level of success they had just prior to their life imploding. So make sure that you join us. So we're going to have a front of the line. There's going to be some links in the show notes so that you can get notified as soon as the series is available, and on all our socials and so on. If it's not in the show notes when this goes live, it will be there. But stay with us on Instagram, stay with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, listen to the podcast. There is going to be a sign-up page so that you get exclusive access to this. So, we are here, the end, time for that question. You know I ask everybody to think about at the end of each episode. Take your time, give it some thought. What is the worst thing that could happen if you unlock just one of your shackles today? Hey guys, if you found this podcast helpful and think it could help someone else, please send them the link. It's in the show notes, and then drop a review in wherever you're listening. And then come on back and hang with us some more. Let us help you keep moving forward. We're simple to find on the interwebs. MS Debbie Colburn, that's MS Debbie with an IE, Colburn with an OUR squished between the B and the N, on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and yes, on our website. See y'all next episode.